Hello and welcome to not a building video. This is instead an overview or review of the Horizon Forbidden West tallneck Lego set. This came out at the first of this month, but took a while to get here because it was, I kid you not, I ordered this like at 12:10 a.m. in the morning on March 1st, and this was already on back order. So that means that hopefully my intentions in buying this officially licensed PlayStation product are justified now, because for all discrepancy, I own Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition on PlayStation. I have a PS4. I have the game. I have never played it because there's other things that I've gotten around to, and then I end up getting sidetracked. I've been recently playing the Spider-Man game on PS4, which is, yes, it is buttery smooth. But this set makes me want to play it just because how big and imposing this is. So, brief overview. The set is 18 plus. Even then, not that difficult to build. This is my second, full set that I've bought since kind of coming back into Lego. The first one was the Sesame Street set, which, surprisingly enough, about the same piece count. The Sesame Street set, I believe, comes in at about 14 to 1,600 pieces. This one is 1,222, and surprisingly enough, as far as I can tell, does not use any new pieces other than the ones for alloy here, which, I mean, likely the case for a lot of this. Sorry, noise. Likely the case for a lot of the set is it might be new colors. Like I said, I fell out of Lego for a little bit, so some pieces are new to me. Just like how there were pieces that were new to me when building the Razor Crest. There's some bits that are new to me, such as, I'm not sure what the technical term for parts like this are, but two brick and with parts on the side. There's one of those that's used to make this, which is impressive in itself because it is a round part. I don't know how this sounds weird, and it sounded weird to my family when I was excited about this, but I finished building this and realized, oh my god, it's round, which isn't something that happened when I was a kid. We had rounded parts, and keep in mind, when I was a kid was 2011, which is, yes, a decade ago, but Lego had come a long way from the 90s. And now we're able to get things like this, where it's not completely rounded, but my god, look at it. They somehow figured out to go from this piece into a rounded part So despite the fact that this is, over 1,000 pieces, compared to the Sesame Street set, this took maybe half the time. I spent about 9 hours building Sesame Street, and this was maybe 4 or 5, which is pretty good when seeing how it comes in at $80, which is of course in American currency. Some of the only, as far as I can really tell, new elements are these new printed parts for alloy, which for $80 is a bit weird that this is the only new printing. Like I said, I haven't been too much involved in Lego in these last whiles to know what pieces are new, what pieces have had colors in this. But it's still remarkable. Like, these swords right here, I know are new for me. Focus. But I'm not sure if they've been used in other sets before. They somehow managed to make normal Lego pieces work in this strange design. These legs aren't made of anything new, it's just these Technic parts connected in with each other. And these joints, these back bits are just parts for, jet skis or snow skis? Whatever the snow bikes. My brain's fried right now. But, these are bits for snow vehicles. Speaking of which, these back fins are just snowboards. It's ingenious how kind of simple it all is. Sure, I have experience in Lego, but I'm definitely sure that if you had like a 12-year-old, maybe even an 8-year-old who has played these games and enjoys them, then they could build this easily. You could probably build any Lego set easily. It's just more so a recommendation. But as for alloy, once again, kind of flip-flopping around, it's impressive how they were able to get this all together, and especially the hair piece, which is made of a softer, squishier plastic, but is held in. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. There we go. But it's held together by this little earpiece, which is a hard plastic, and is then the shell, which it all hangs on. Alloy comes with two faces, this kind of puzzled smirk, and this kind of wonder face. They also have little freckles. We've got full back printing on the torso. We have front printing on the legs, arm printing. It's impressive, and it's even strange to know that I'm holding a Sony character in my hands at this scale. Which of course brings me back to why I decided to... Sorry, just fixing her. Which brings me back to why I decided to buy this set. Because I love the idea. We've seen Nintendo partner up with Lego. We've seen Microsoft partner up with Lego. We have never, as far as I can tell, seen Sony do it. And of course you may be saying, what do you mean Microsoft? Minecraft. The Minecraft sets are big. Those are Microsoft products. The Mario system is big. That's a Nintendo product. We have never seen PlayStation get involved. The most you could potentially say is seeing Sony get involved, but I don't know who owns toy rights. But actually, no, I guess we have technically seen Sony get involved if you were to count those old sets from like 2002 for the Sam Raimi movie. But that's about it. This, especially for $80, seeing how it's currently sold out, so if you wanted it, you're gonna have to wait a bit. But for $80, with this level of quality and detail, I mean, look, they added in rocks and flowers and all this mechanical pristine. They didn't even need to add this little hunter guy here, who is really simple but posable. Just gotta finagle with him a little bit, but they didn't need to do all of this. But at this price range, even being someone who hasn't played these games, I can justify buying this because I can use these parts to do all kinds of things. And even then, it still looks incredible as a display. I know I've been all over the place. It's a given, but I very much recommend this set. Like, wholeheartedly recommend this set. For $80, it's a good price range with good parts and just a solid time. Which, with Lego, what more can you ask?